Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just a wee story time. A lot of you guys have requested numerous of times to tell the story on how I became a makeup artist. It is a wee bit daunting to be honest with you. There's some of the things that throughout the story I probably will shed a tear or two because this is coming from the heart. My job means the world to me, and how it all started was like a real sad moment, but it made it all worthwhile and I would never look back in a million years. So yeah, this is what it's about. I'm not gonna ramble on in the intro. You will find out throughout the whole process of the video what the crack is, how I became a makeup artist, and yeah, we'll just get started. So this is going to be a long one. Grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, sit down, and yeah, let's enjoy story time. First of all, you are probably all like, Jesus girl, do you not change your clothes? Well, this is my work clothes, and the only time I get to sit down and do a video is after work, so please bear with me on that. So we'll all get started now. So it started whenever I was around 15 years of age, on how I ever thought about becoming a makeup artist. So it all started, right, I was never into makeup. I was never all about the life of glamming myself up. I only really started getting into makeup in my mid-teens when I started to go out more, when I lost a good bit of weight. I was a wee bit overweight whenever I was younger, I will say that. I never really socialised much. I always sat in the house playing games, everything, you name it, on the laptop. I never really bothered much. And then sort of when I started coming out of my shell more in secondary school, so high school, I then sort of went out more and I lost more weight, and then I started dressing nicer, and then I started experimenting with makeup. So I was around 15, yeah, by 15 years of age I started experimenting with makeup. I wasn't the best at it, but I still went ahead and carried on with the flow. And I mean, if I could find photos of myself years ago, the way my makeup used to be and the way I dressed, you guys will be shook to the absolute core. You will be like, what were you thinking? Like, seriously? So anyway, besides that, it all started whenever my granny had started to get sick. So this is the sort of part of the story. So this part is sad, but it leads up until a good ending, if that makes sense. So please bear with me if I shed a few tears, because this is something that I have kept so close into my heart, and I still don't really like speaking about it. But I will do anything for you guys. You guys are my viewers, you love watching my videos, and you have requested this, so that's why I'm going to just go on with it. So it all started when my granny had took ill. So my granny suffered from diabetes, and she was complaining all over the Christmas period about her foot being sore, because apparently, like, when you're diabetic and you get you wound yourself, so if you get a cut, if you fall or anything, it doesn't really heal properly. So this cut, she was complaining about it, and we were like, right, let's have a look at it, blah blah blah. She went out, look, she says, I'll be fine. So that was fine. We went on with it, and then over the Christmas period, like just after Christmas, she complained about it being even worse. So we were like, right, we're gonna need to take you to the hospital because this can't go on any longer. She couldn't even walk. We used to walk to church every single day, and then I sort of knew, like, when my granny was like starting to become ill, I knew, because my daddy would drive her to church, and it's literally 2 seconds away from the house, so she couldn't even walk that length of time because her foot was that sore. We never went on our regular shopping sprees or anything anymore, and that's when I knew, right, she's getting really sick. So that was okay. We then took her to the hospital, and once we got her to the hospital, the doctor says, right, we need to do like an operation on this. We will do it first thing in the morning, and that was fine. So we went up and we sat the whole length of time that you could whenever you're up visiting a patient in hospital. Would just bring her like a couple of things up, a couple of bits and bobs, clean underwear, clean pajamas, clean clothes, all that there type of stuff. We'll give her a hug, say her final goodbyes, give her a kiss, says right okay, we'll be up, we'll see you tomorrow. And that was fine. And then we had got a call, and this was like, I was in school at the time, so I never knew nothing about it until I got home from school. And she had went into intensive care, so she had took a mini heart attack while she was in the operating room. So that was fine. The doctors, they tried their best to get everything done as soon as they could, and that's it basically. So they couldn't do nothing about it. And when I went to the hospital to visit her, I didn't really want to go in and see her when she was lying in the intensive care unit, but I was like, I have to go and see her. Went into the intensive care unit, and there she was with all these tubes lying down her throat. Like, I was like, don't even want to think about it. I was just like, no, that's definitely not her. Afterwards, I couldn't even stay for longer than 2 seconds. I just had to leave. I was like, I need out of here. Like, no, I need out of here. I don't want to look at her. I have to go. That was fine. That was it. This is how it all started. So bear with me. We're still rolling with it, so just bear with me. So days had passed, and it was about 2 days or so, and I was just like, it was the night before everything sort of just went shh, do you know what I mean? The day before she had finally passed, I had a funny feeling that it was going to happen. I just have a gut instinct, and when my gut tells me something, I know that it's going to happen, or that it's true. So I was lying in bed, and I had a funny feeling, and it was around 1 AM or something along those lines, and I was just like, I know something's gonna happen. So I had went into my daddy, and I says to my daddy, right, I need to stay off school tomorrow. And he was like, why would you need to stay off school? And I was like, because I know my granny's gonna go tomorrow. And he was like, she won't, she's gonna pull through, I promise. And I says, no, I know she's gonna go. And we got a call at 6 AM and to say that we need to get to the hospital as soon as possible, because they have to turn the machine off. They can't hold her any longer. I got to the hospital, and I just went, oh, this can't be happening. It really can't be happening. My cousin Pierce, everyone was there. My cousin Tracy, who lives in Scotland, she got the boat over because she knew about the bad news. She got the boat over, and Tracy was the last one to come in, and then she passed away. And she passed away at 11 o'clock. And I made sure I wasn't leaving the room. I was not leaving the room. And I held her hand, and my cousin Pierce held her other hand, and then after that, everything just went, and you just felt the warmth from her body going from warm straight to cold, and then that was her gone. And oh, sorry guys, oh, sorry. And then that was her gone, and days had passed and everything. The funeral was over, and it just felt like my whole world was crashing down. It didn't even feel like I was alive anymore. It just felt like nothing. I just felt so empty. The reason being because she was like a second mother figure to me. I stayed in her house more than I stayed in my own house. Not that I didn't have a bad relationship or a bad bond with my own mummy, but I just had a better relationship with her. We did everything together. I obviously still did everything with my own mother, obviously, but she was the only grandparent I had left. I was young when my granda died, my daddy's father, and then my mummy's mother and father, my other granny and granda, they died when I was younger, and I can't really remember much about them. I know they're great people. I can remember my childhood being with them, but I just can't remember it as much as I did with obviously my granny, because I was like older. Do you know what I mean? I was in my teens when this all happened. This is when it all started to become so bad for me. I had left school, I was in and out of school. I didn't want to see any of the public. I just wanted to be on my own. And it just didn't feel real. This is the part where no one knows this, only my friends, my closest members of my family, and that is it, and Gary obviously, and that's it. No one else knows. And for me to be saying this in front of a camera, in front of hundreds of people who's probably watching this, is a lot for me. But I fell into real bad depression. I tried to take my own life. I was in and out of counselling sessions so many times, and I was just hurting myself. And it just got to the point where I just had a feeling in my head. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this isn't going to bring her back. If I'm hurting myself, like, I'm hurting myself. But once I do that, I imagine I feel better. But there's other people around me who are hurting so much due to a loss of a family member, and also to me hurting myself, and that's not going to make the matter any better. And then I just stopped. That time I stopped was when I started going to counselling. And as I went to counselling and I spoke about it to a stranger, about how I felt, why I felt that way, why I felt like I wanted to do this to myself, it made everything so much better. And it made like the weight that was on my shoulders lift, if that makes sense. It made everything seem so much better because I got all that out. And now whenever I hear of anybody that are feeling down, low, depressed, have real bad anxiety, I am here with open arms to listen to their problems. Or I always tell them to go to counselling, because it does make you feel so much better, and there is people out there that you can speak to. You're not alone in any situation, any matter. Like, any battle you're going through, you are not alone. There's always someone there to speak to. And I find that speaking to a stranger is so much better than speaking to a friend or a family member, because they're your family, they're your friends, and you don't want them to know that you're feeling like this. So I think that speaking to someone that you don't know is so much more better. Obviously I would speak to my family and my friends, but for me, it helped me get everything that I was feeling off my chest, off, if that makes sense. It felt so good, finally speaking to someone about the situation, and I wasn't facing it alone anymore. And so as I started to feel better, then I started to slip down the road again. I then started discovering and playing with makeup a lot more. I started watching tutorials on YouTube, and I started to get really stuck into the whole like beauty sort of type of flow. I was a girl at the end of the day, and I really needed to start like playing with makeup and getting better at it. So as I sit down, I had all my wee stupid shitty makeup. I stole half my mummy's makeup. I started playing about, and it mightn't have been the best of the best looks, but it helped in the end. It helped the way I felt. My counsellor always said to me, if you're ever feeling low, do something that keeps your mind off it. May it be colouring in a colouring book, may it be watching a TV series, anything. You sit down, you do what you need to do that is going to take your mind off the situation that has just happened. And so I did. I went on eBay and I started to buy all these makeup brushes. They came, that's when I started to play with my makeup. I started to play on family and friends, and then one day I just went, I want to become a makeup artist. This is what I want to do. This is what's making me feel so much better. Every time I picked up a makeup brush, it took every single problem away that I felt. Whether I was just having a bad day, whether I was thinking about my granny again, whether I had a fight with my mummy, whether I had a fight with anybody. Do you know that way? Every time I picked up a brush, one simple brush, and just doing something on my face made me feel so much better about myself. And it took all the problems, all the pain, all the worries, everything away. And still to this day, if I still feel like that, I'll pick up a brush, I'll sit down in front of the camera with you guys, and I'll start to play. you don't really know the expression, or you don't really know by someone's expression how they're feeling, because a smile can hide everything. Like, you don't know if I'm having a bad day now, which I'm not, but that's what I'll do. If I'm feeling down now, I'll just pick up a brush, a palette, and just start to record a video, because after I do that, it makes me feel so much better again, and then that's me back to my normal self. So now that you know the part about how it all started, really, that's when I knew I sort of needed to get more experience with it, because I wasn't self-taught. I will give all praises and all thanks to all my amazing teachers, which I am going to speak about. I then posted on social media. This is when I started charging for makeup. I started off with £10 without lashes and £12 with lashes. And I first started off with the biggest makeup revolution palette you'll ever see. I don't know if they still do it now, but it had like 96 colours in it. It had every colour that you could imagine. I started off with that, and I started getting clients. And if you're from Belfast, Northern Ireland, you will know what I'm speaking about. I posted on the Shankle Band sales site, and then that's whenever my clients started rolling in. One of my very first clients, she had messaged me a year later when I finally got better, and asked me to do her wet makeup again. And see, that it was just the most wonderful, amazing experience of my life. So my first ever course, and people always ask me like, what courses and stuff did you do, la da 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 da. Firstly, I'm going to speak about how the whole process of it sort of really happened. So once people that obviously had a problem with me, I don't know why, but once they'd seen I started sort of doing something better for myself, keeping myself occupied, that's when the bullying started. I got bullied for around 2 years of my career. How bad I was: you're shit, you're crap, you're never going to go far, you are like, why would you charge £30, or why would you charge £20 if you're shit? That's the way it all rolled for me. I was going to give up, and the more I thought about it, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I have come this far. This is what keeps me occupied. This is what keeps me sane. This is what keeps me happy whenever I'm at my lowest. I am not going to give in and let those dickheads win, basically. And I didn't. So I went at my first ever course, and that was with the Makeup Boudoir in Conway Mill in West Belfast. That was with Roisin Ireland and Kathy Carl. That's where I did my first ever 6 weeks beginner's course. After I got my qualifications in that, I sort of just waited for a year until the year passed before going ahead and doing another course, because I think it's best to sort of wait for a wee while, let all the information that you've learned from one course sink into your head before going and bouncing on to another course like 3 days later, because it doesn't make sense. You've just learned someone's style and technique of the makeup, so why are you going to go to a different makeup artist and learn a different style? You're just going to get confused. So that's what I always recommend, that people just take your time with going to courses. After I done that, I then went ahead and did a 1 day intense course, and that was with Minx Pro. That was with Rachel Fern and Leanne Crossan. That is when I became a lot more better with sort of cut crease style, spotlight eyes, started playing with a wee bit more colour than I was used to. And then I went and did like a couple of like one-to-one lessons with different makeup artists. I also went to the Makeup Pro store in Belfast with Paddy McGurgan. I went and did a special effects course there with the amazing and talented Marie Murphy, who won the NYX Face Awards. She's unreal, go and check her out. And then after that, that's when I went and did my last ever course, which was the Creatives Master course with the woman herself, Dare to Be Different, Miss Kira Daly. Me and Kira we got really close throughout the whole entire period of me being there for the 6 weeks for her course. And what I mean by close, I just took a really big liking to Kira. Out of everybody, out of all the teachers, she was the one who inspired me the most. And Kira has went through a rough patch in her life as well, and I'm not going to speak about obviously why and what and where and when and why, do you know what I mean, because it's not my place to say. But she did tell all of us like a couple of things about her life in the course. She has still got a huge impact on my life, and she still continues to inspire me every day. There was one week out of the 6 weeks that I didn't want to go in, and it was week 5, and then she had rung my mummy and was like, where is she? And my mum was like, what is this? Sorry. And she's like, it's Kira, a new teacher for her course. Why is she not here? So my mummy explained obviously what happened. I was feeling a wee bit rough and stuff that day again, because there were still people obviously saying a few things about me. There's still people, and there's still always going to be people that say stuff about you, regardless if you are the best makeup artist in the world. People are still going to say something about you. And Kira's response was, just tell her to come up. So I went up anyway, and she was just like, listen, do you know what? She brought me into her office and she just went, this is actually in week 6, I'm a liar. She just told me that week 5 was just practicing everything that we learned over the past couple of weeks for our photo shoot. And she's just practice and practice and practice everything that you learned, and well, it's good speaking to you. So I came in week 6 and we got chatting, and she had said to me like, why did you not come? And I told her exactly why, what way I was feeling, and she just went, you know what, people say stuff about me every single day, and look at me now, I don't care. I have my own business, I have like my own bracelet, I have my own products, I have everything, like you shouldn't care. She just came over and seen how well I was working on the models, and she was just like look at how talented you are amazing. You need to stop doubting yourself. You are so talented, and you are going to go places. And I didn't believe her. And see, after I did that creatives course, it made me feel a wee bit more confident, a good bit confident actually. I never knew the whole aspect of editorial, fashion, runway, drag. I was inspired. I always have been inspired by drag makeup, but I just didn't know the process of it. And now I know that I can call myself a professional makeup artist because I have learned every trick in the book. I know how to do every makeup possible, whether it's drag, runway, fashion, editorial, blah blah blah, like I said. And that course is like click of a finger. That's pure made me like the woman and the makeup artist that I am today, and it's all thanks to her. And not only her, obviously all the other makeup artists. I did enjoy the courses, but I found myself that was the one that made me who I am the most, like the creativity and all that, like that's really genuinely helped me. And even still now, I would say that I would be close with Kira. Like I said, she still has such a huge impact on my life, and she continues to inspire me every day. Every photo I see of hers, everything she posts, it's just so inspirational. She's so supportive towards other people, and she loves to see people doing well for themselves. And I've always looked up to her from the day and hour that I first discovered who she was, and just that's her. So after I did that course, I just went ahead, went on about life, and then I received obviously that there was going to be like I got notified basically that there was going to be an award show held, and it was Kira's Shaz Awards. And basically what the Shaz Awards is, it's just a it's an award show for all Kira's past students. And every year she changes it to something like different. So the way I'm explaining it, I'm really hard to explain things, but I have it in my head, but I can't explain it properly. But each year it's so basically you have to pay for your own ticket, and the ticket is £20. And basically all proceeds of that money gets donated to a charity. So last year's one was for the chest, heart and stroke, and I wasn't going to go to the award show. I just wasn't really feeling it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to go. Once she announced what it was for the chest, heart and stroke. My granddad had passed away with a stroke, so he did, and he actually passed away on his birthday due to a stroke. Kira's mother, actually her mummy, died with a stroke as well. So all proceeds went to chest, heart and stroke, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. And each year, every penny gets donated to a different charity. So she's all about giving back to people as well, which what I really appreciate. She's all for helping others, like said. And I went to the award show anyway, and I was nominated for 2 awards. I can't remember what the second award was. I think it was Photo Shoot of the Year, and then the other one was the Student of the Year award. all our names and all got called, like whenever they were obviously saying out the names, and whatever award that you're up for, blah blah blah, and then whoever won obviously got called up with their photo up on like the big screen. And I never thought that I was going to win, like I had no doubts that I was going to win. And then the next thing, it got called out, Anya Knocker has just won the Student of the Year award, and I would show you my little award, but it's packed away. And I just started crying, and Q Radio was there, and they were sitting having, you know, the award and all, and I was scundered, I was cut to the bone, and it was just so surreal. And then that moment I knew that I could do anything. I was nominated twice for the Best Freelance Makeup Artist of Northern Ireland, and I did win an award with Kira, and I just knew that moment then, I was like, if I can do this, I can do anything. And she taught me to really believe in myself, and I always look back if there's days where I'm not feeling myself and I don't feel like I want to do it anymore. I'm just like, what was the point in all that hard work? So after that, my goal was, I want to have my own studio. I'm sick of working in wee stupid small rooms, renting rooms. I need to have my own place. And then I did it. In the new year, we did it, opened my own place, and I have 3 amazing makeup artists working alongside me who I love the bones of, Casey, Erin and Thomas. I've trained them up. They have their own amazing clientele. They're 3 talented makeup artists. There's an amazing group of people working down the stairs in the hair salon doing hair. There's Gemma that does the lashes, and then there's obviously Charlie up the stairs that does all the beauty, eyebrows, nails, all that there type of jazz. And we're all just one big happy family, and it goes to show I did do it. I pushed myself, and I think you do need to have that wee, not even wee, that bit of negativity. Like I did get a lot of shit, and I think you do need to have that shit to feed off. You need to have that negativity to feed off so you can prove every fucker wrong, and that's the way I look at it. If this was me 4 years ago, before I even thought about doing makeup, I would have went outright. There's no chance. I was the most, how would you call it? I wasn't the most confident person in the world. I didn't really believe in myself much. I didn't have much willpower. I didn't have much drive. I didn't have all that type of stuff. And see, now makeup has really became such a huge impact on my life. It is my life. I'm always thinking about makeup, regardless if I'm doing it or not. I'm always thinking of new ways to try and make my business better and grow better. I've now started my 6-week courses. I've trained people. I'm just like, I'm on a roll, and I want to make sure that like from this year onwards, not even just this year, like from like onwards now, I just want to make sure that my business is still continuing to grow. Hopefully one day I want to come out with my own brand. I want to travel the world. I want to be successful on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? I have so much that I know if I'm able to do what I have just told you on camera, what I have said, if I'm able to do that, then I'm able to do anything. So it's possible. And if you're watching and you're thinking of becoming a makeup artist or becoming a hairdresser or becoming anything, just think, right, you are going to get a lot of shit thrown your way. You are. There's not going to be any lies about that. There's not going to be no doubts about that. I think in this industry, you need to have balls, and that's it. You are pushing yourself. You're putting yourself out there for the world to see, and that's the way I look at it, because you are now in the public eye, so there's going to be so many people that know your name, know who you are. So there's so many ifs, ands or buts when it comes to makeup, and I am going to share a few tips with you as well if you're someone that is maybe an aspiring makeup artist and wants to become one. So I'm going to share a few tips with you. So you just need to have balls, and that's it. First and foremost, you need to have balls. Like I said, you need to think about your life, think about your priorities, and think about your social life basically. As a makeup artist, we don't really have a much big of a social life. Anytime there's an event, we miss it because we're working. We don't get much holidays because we're working. We don't want to turn the work away because they're going to go to someone else and then they might not come back to you. You need to be very, very professional in this industry. And there's some times where you just can't be professional, but you just have to try your best to be. You have to keep all the negative shit off Facebook, all off social media, and just focus on your career and keep yourself to yourself. You are going to get a lot of shit thrown your way. 100% you are. You just need to be prepared for it, because you are going to be in the public eye. People are going to have opinions of you and your makeup or yourself in general, regardless. If you're doing something right, it could be wrong in someone else's eyes. If you're doing something wrong, it could be right in someone else's eyes. You can never win. So you just need to be prepared and just ignore the negativity. Anytime someone has anything bad to say about you, ignore it and just carry on with what you're doing. There's a couple of people on my Facebook and they're getting tortured because they're doing makeup. I just think that people are very, very jealous because they can't see other people doing better for themselves. And if this was me, like I said a few years back, I would never imagine myself being this most confident, outgoing person the way I am now. And never in a million years did I think I'd be sitting here talking to a camera and sharing my life and my business and everything with the whole world, whoever's watching. You just need to be prepared for everything that's going to be thrown your way. And that's it, because there's a lot of people that I know that have become very, very depressed and stuff due to makeup, because there's been so many people, obviously, like I said, having opinions, but everyone's going to have an opinion. You just need to learn to blank it all out, and that's what I did. I just wanted to share a couple of wee tips with you, and that's it. And if you want me to do another type of video showing you like the top tips on how to become a makeup artist, like keys, goals, blah blah blah, I will. So just leave a comment down in the comment section below, because I know this video is already going to be so long and I didn't really want to do a full in-depth video on tips as well. I just wanted to share a few wee things with you. So I wanted to give you a bit of advice if you're thinking of becoming a makeup artist. This isn't really tips, this is more advice. I just want to give you a wee bit of a push to tell you what you're going to be in for when you start to become one, if you want to be one, or any type of industry. You just need to be prepared for the shit that's going to be thrown your way. But regardless, that's my story. That's how I started. I started off from a really, really rough patch and I got to where I am now, and I have proved every motherfucker wrong. So if you're watching now and you once ever doubted me, then you can go and fuck yourself, because this time next year your baby girl's going to have a bigger studio, a bigger and better studio, and I promise 2019 I'm going to have a bigger one. And I have all faith and all trust in myself, and you just need to believe in yourself. If you have a goal, then you just need to set your head down and set your mind to it and do it, and that's it. That's the way I look at it, because you can do anything you put your mind to. You just gotta work hard for it. Becoming a successful makeup artist or a successful whatever you want to be doesn't happen overnight. You just have to push until you get to where you need to be. I'm not nowhere near where I want to be yet, but I'm on the right way there. I'm on the right path to get to where I want to be. I started off here, and I would say I'm about halfway now, and that is in only a couple of years. So I just went ahead, went with the flow, did my own thing. I lost a lot of friends due to being in this industry. I found out who my real friends were and who my real friends weren't. Most of my friends, majority of them, are makeup artists. I only have realistically 2 friends that I would call my proper best friends. There was people that I thought were my best mates, and they were speaking about me the whole time behind my back, saying how shit I was at makeup. And it's people like that you don't need to have in your life. You need to throw all the negative shit out the door, in the bin, away you go, carry on about your business, and that's it. So you just got to do your own thing, and sometimes focusing on your own life, your own career, your own path will get you to where you want to be. And that's what I did. I focused on myself, got myself better, and I did lose a lot of people along the way, but I wouldn't look back. Basically, I wouldn't look back, and I'm telling you now, I would literally do it all over again. from starting from where I first started, building my whole way up to where I am, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. And that's the God's honest truth. So yes guys, this is the end of the video. I'm sorry for it being so long, but this was a long story time. This video was long awaited from you guys. I did have a video pre-recorded before previously on this type of topic, and I just couldn't justify uploading it. So I deleted it off my laptop and was like, I'm not doing it. I don't have the balls to upload it, but now I do have the balls to upload it. I just want to share my story with everybody, and I hope that it inspires those of you who are watching, especially if you are an aspiring makeup artist or if you are a makeup artist. I like hearing stories from everybody, whether it's a happy story or whether it is a sad story the way it started like mine. I love hearing how people started their careers becoming a makeup artist. I just love it. I just think it's amazing hearing everybody's thoughts and opinions and stuff, and I just love sharing it. And I wanted to share it with all of you. I'll probably look back in a few years time at this video and be like, what the fuck were you thinking? But I just want you to know how it started for me, and I did get a lot of grief. It's not all pretty pictures and amazing makeup. I started off bad. I wasn't the best of the best, and if you scroll down my Instagram, you will see some of the terrible makeups that I did have. And if you've been following me from the very start, you will know how bad I was at the start. But it's all a work in process, and you just have to push yourself, like I said, to get to where you want to be and get better. It all doesn't happen overnight, so you just have to prove others wrong, prove yourself right, that you can do it. And we're all here to learn at the end of the day, so don't be thinking that you're bad and you're shit and you're not going to get better. There's only one you. No one can make you better but yourself. We can give all the advice in the world, but there's only one person that can really truly make themselves better, and it's yourself, obviously. So that's all I have to say. If you want me to do a video on top tips on how to become a makeup artist, let me know down in the comment section below. I will be so happy to do it, because I enjoy doing videos like this, and especially because I am putting myself all over the internet now with doing obviously YouTube videos. I do want my viewers to know a wee bit more about me and how it all started for me and blah blah blah. I just want us to know a bit more about me personally, because I enjoy watching videos like this myself on YouTube. I don't know about you guys, but I do enjoy watching videos on people's lives and all that there type of stuff. I don't always watch like just the regular makeup videos on YouTube. I like watching different things about different people and all that there type of stuff. So yeah, this is how I start. This is my story, and I do hope that this video has sort of helped you, inspired you a little bit, and we all got to start somewhere. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you definitely want to see that video, because I'd be happy to put it up for you. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll leave all my social media down in the description below, so you can go and follow me on there. So yeah, I will see you all on my next one.